All right, howdy friends. Guthrie Trap here coming to you from East Nashville, Tennessee. Man, I've got a lot of stuff to go over today. This could be a fun one. So, man, I am so inspired and motivated to continue doing this. The last two videos that were really seemed to go over well. I don't think I've ever had that many comments. Over 500 comments and counting on that last one. So, man, I got to tell you guys, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. I know I've said that just a bunch of times in the past couple days, but the percentage of amazing comments versus one or two just ridiculous, ness, it gives me hope for humanity. There are way more really incredible and some great stories and great, tear-jerking comments out there and stories and stuff. So that means so much to me, man. That shows me that the glass is definitely half full and more. So thanks so much for that. I wanted to get into a couple things here. I'm titling this video, I think I'm going to call it G-shaped gold for the guitar gold, because as much as I talk about cage system and knowing, and I hate that it's called the cage system. It's just the way the guitar is tuned, and it's the way that these chords work up the neck. And so the cage system is just some new way that somebody came up to it worked out, right? So it's just your chord shapes. But I talked so much about that. I wanted to just focus on one shape this time. And we're going to get in the key of C. And we're going to play out of the G shape. Let me turn this treble up just a little bit. We're just going to play out of the G shape, and I'm going to show you how amazing this one shape is. There's so much in this one shape. Right? So the thing about it is we're not going to lock into this big giant. I mean, this is what this, however you play your G chord, I like this one or this one, but if you're playing your G chord, you're not going to play that shape down here. Nobody is ever going to play this giant chord, but you got to be able to see the whole thing, like I always talk about. So here's the bottom part, here's the middle, and then here's the top. So you're not getting a proper triad anywhere except the G, the D, G, and B string, the A, D, and G string, and then the E, A, and D string. Those are proper triads. This is a power chord. That's a 1, 5, 1, 5. So there's some cool stuff in there, but it's not a proper triad. So here, there's your minor. So there's your G shape. Here's your third, your fifth, your root. There's your minor. So here's my major arpeggio. Here's my minor arpeggio. Major pentatonic. Minor pentatonic. Gotta think about that one for a minute. Major scale. Minor. That chord, that really lays out a dominant 7. Oh, sorry. Stuff in there. So, but check this out. This is how cool this is. Here's my C, my F, C shape, G, D shape, back to the root, or back to the C chord, right? So G shape. So watch this. Country bends. Hendrix stuff. Little nice harmonies. Stone's rhythm. rhythm. Really nice Mark Knopfler bends. Now going back, robbing a little bit from the A shape. A little bit of the E shape. Right, so we're getting into all this good stuff. I mean, here's your flat 7 if you wanted to do this. That's kind of a hard bend, but there's your flat 7. Watch this. C to F. There. That's your flat 7. So there's your E7. I mean, sorry, C7. A little fancy of a lick right there, but watch this. So going from these little exercises like this. I'm just using the C major scale. When I go to F, I'm playing right out of the chord. Every single note is out of this C-shaped F chord. Then the C major scale. Now that would be G, right? Now watch. G arpeggio. There's, I'm robbing from the E shape to this D shape G. But it all falls back into that G shape is my point. Right? So watch this. I'm using that 4 a lot. So watch. C, F, G, C, F, G, into the E shape, right? So, I mean, it's hard to not throw in a couple of these other shapes. They're right there. But those kind of exercises. F. So there's the C shape. I mean, there's just sorry, C chord G shape. But breaking it down into those really cool parts, right? The scale. So the scale with the chord around it, right? If I go C major and I land on that, it doesn't make sense unless I put where's my G? So that's a big thing. I wanted to show you, tell you something else. For these, like, I had somebody say, "Hey, man, how do I, what do I listen to? They're trying to figure this out." Well, the beautiful thing is you've got all the music on the planet at your fingertips, and so you got to listen to a lot of music. Keep listening to a lot of music, and if you want to check out some amazing guitar playing around this really melodic style, a lot of tone, great songs, of course, check out Dire Straits' On Every Street. That record is absolutely incredible. Unbelievable. Another thing I wanted to tell you is I did some stretching yesterday before. I had a great gig at the Underdog last night with my trio, Tim Marks and Jordan Perlson. But also at the end of this video, I'll show you a photo of these supplements that Kenny Vaughn told me about. Great guitar player here and friend. And he said after taking it for a while, it really loosened his hands up. And I go get massage therapy every week and mainly just get my neck, shoulders, and arms because I'm finally starting to kind of like, I got to do at least some maintenance. I've never had to do anything in my life. And last night before I went to the gig, I stretched a little bit, worked out my arms and did some stretching and stuff like that. And man, I was really loosened up when I got to the gig. It was great. And so this massage therapist I used, she gave me this little rubber ball. And you can use this thing to, like, on the table, rub through this, roll through it, use it in between on your thing. I mean, this has been pretty cool. I must say, I'm not much for gadgets and stuff, but this is a pretty cool little thing you can get. I also wanted to share with you a couple things here that I use all the time. I never talk about this, but I endorse Diodario and these straps called Jayco. But regular 10 through 46 Diodario EXL 110s. I've been using these for 35 years. I do also sometimes like to use the Diodario New York XLs. They feel great. I love both these strings. There's a little bit of a difference, but not enough to where you can tell. These might last a little longer or something like that. But I love both those strings. And then these Jayco straps. Let's talk about straps for just a second. I like a real simple strap. Something that's not, over the top huge. Just a nice strap that's adjustable like this. Because I'm a short guy and I like to be able to have a lot of adjustment to get the guitar right where I want it. So check out these Jayco straps. They're just my favorite. I've got a ton of them. They come in some cool designs. This one's kind of a Japanese pattern or something on this black. Really cool. Jayco. Check those out. Another thing I wanted to tell you was the lesson link in the description below was not the right one. I copied and pasted something that was wrong. So I went back and fixed the private lesson link in all the videos. So that's working now. That'll take you to my website, which is going to be updated soon, as soon as we get that together. Man, I got another package in the mail from Billy Gibbons yesterday, and he sent me these two books. One's called The Gold Top, the book about the Gold Top, and then another one about the Burst. And he's in the Burst one, and then all of our, favorite guitar players, and they're pretty cool. I keep getting packages from the Reverend, man. It's pretty wild. And he's been digging. First of all, people were asking. This is what he sent me. This is the Real Tube by B.K. Butler. Tube works, real tube, and they say that they like this one. Guys like this one almost better than the tube driver because it's got the mid-range knob on it, right? So this thing's not my go-to, but I mean, good Lord, it sounds fantastic, and it's a blast to play with because, I mean, it is kind of that Eric Johnson singing lead tone. It's hard not to try to play like that when you've got that pedal engaged. And he's been digging this. I showed you guys this. Billy's been using this on tour. It's a B-Tronics Overhive pedal, and it's the best overdrive we were able to find at the Eastside Music Supply the other day. We played through all of them, and he really loved this one, and I do too. I haven't really checked this out a whole lot yet, but I will. Anyway, I know this is kind of a long lesson with a lot of stuff. Man, Todd Parks came out to our gig yesterday, the Underdog gig with the trio, and man, it made me think about, we were on the road for years and years in our early and mid-20s with Jerry Douglas. We opened up for Paul Simon for 3 months. I got to hang with Steve Gadd and all the African guys that were in Paul's band that played on Graceland, Keithy Kamalo and Vincent Ngini, rest in peace, and those guys. But it made me think of all these stories, man. We used to play at the Floribama like way back in the day. Not me and Todd, but the bands from the Gulf Coast that I had, and man, we used to just, I mean, remember it'd be August, you know, and 120 degrees, and we'd be loading our gear through the rotten oyster shells and playing right on the Gulf of Mexico in the tent stage, hot, 4-hour gigs, and you know, and I remember one night we were playing, and there was like kind of a circular stage, and there was a rope to keep people from falling in, but the people were right there in front of you. And I was always on the stage, let's see, the left-hand side of the stage. So I'm looking at the bass player over here, and I'm soloing, about to wrap it up, looking at him to cue something. And all of a sudden, my guitar I start feeling something pulling on my guitar. And I'm like, man, is somebody like grabbing my headstock? And I looked over, and I'm like doing this, you know, thinking somebody's grabbing it. And I looked over, and my high E string peg, tuning peg, got caught in a girl's hair, and her head's doing this. I'm yanking on it like I just caught a fish or something, and man, it was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So we had to cut her hair out of this tuning, got all wrapped up in the tuning peg. Craziest thing ever. Then a guy came up. There's so many stories from those days down on the Gulf Coast. If you guys have ever been to the Floribama, the original owner just passed away about a month and a half ago. Joe Gilchrist, my dear friend. We're doing a big thing for him up here in Nashville, but that was my connection to Nashville through the songwriting community and all that down there. But I was going to tell you, this guy came up one night. I'll never forget this. There was many stories from down in that time of playing down there. But this guy came up and he goes, man, I got some cousins back at home. They ain't much better than y'all are, and they do this shit for a living. And man, I thought, is this a compliment or what in the hell? Pretty funny. But anyway, I just wanted to share some stuff with you today. I know this is kind of a long lesson, but I'm feeling inspired. You guys have really lit a fire under my ass to keep this going and really get into some stuff. Definitely do check out the links below. You got to do that. All the website and Instagram. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. I mean, I got to say this stuff, or I'm just kind of not taking full advantage of the YouTube here. But anyway, getting back to this, definitely check out this G shape. I mean, all the shapes are equally as important if you want to be a well-rounded musician up and down the neck. Definitely don't forget to use your ear. This is all about using your ear. Don't forget to spend some time working on major, minor, dominant 7, right? Get to where you know those sounds in your head. Major. Minor. Dominant 7. That nice sus sound, right? Check that out. C minor. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. C major 7. G minor. The 5 minor over the 1. That's such a cool sound. Then if you look at that, you can kind of see that it's kind of like going from C to B flat. Kind of like tequila, right? What if you went from C to G? Kind of the same thing. Oh, sorry. mistakes in this video. That's what I was trying to do. B flat, C, B flat, C. So that kind of stuff. Anyway, more to come on this. Sorry for all the talk, and I want to share a couple things with you and try to make this, you know, somewhat entertaining and useful, and have some fun stuff, and also share a little bit of the things that I'm working on daily, which are, now that I'm 43, I'm having to kind of really do some stretching and stuff on my hand. When I wake up in the morning, this finger closes all the way, but then this one doesn't. And so if I play for 15 minutes, it's fine. But man, that's kind of scary. I don't want to start getting trigger finger. Like now it's fine. I've been playing for a couple hours. So anyway, keep your hands in shape. Listen to this stuff. Don't forget to listen to some great music. Don't overthink it. It's all right there. Just keep playing the guitar. Have fun with this. The light bulb moments are going to keep happening. I'm going to try my best to do that. If you do want to book a private lesson, email me at bookings@guthrietrap.com. Check out Artist Works. Check out all the stuff below, the links and all that. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep trying to grow this channel. And so you guys have definitely helped motivate me in the past couple of days with all the amazing comments. And I'm not bullshitting you here. I mean, this is great. It really helps me a lot. So I really appreciate it. See you guys soon. Thanks again. All right, bye.